Chef Nokee is spicing up the Great Day Live kitchen, the Charlie Wilson KitchenAid kitchen this morning with her unique Filipino and American Southern fusion. Do not miss her pop-up series. It's coming to the House of Marigold starting August the 16th. Chef, my goodness, it smells good in here. I wish everybody could smell it. I mean, you're giving us a sample of everything you're going to have at this pop-up. But congratulations, you're over at House of Marigold doing a number of their events now. Do you just love it there?
I do. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm going into like someone's house and I'm just like coming to hang out with them, you know. It's such a cool little space.
Well, it just seems like a natural fit then for you to have kind of this this fusion pop-up there on August the 16th, and you really kind of get to be in your space of food that you cannot wait to share with everybody.
For sure. Yeah, I'm super excited. You know, one of the things that I was really wanting when I moved here back in, Lord, 96.
Whoa!
Yeah, 96 in Louisville, Kentucky. I was like, I really wanted to, you know, I was homesick, so I wanted to have some food, but it wasn't around. So I'm super excited that I'm able to bring a fusion of the Southern food that I grew up with, and then the Filipino food that that is in my heart.
You're so inspiring to people because I mean you were homesick in your way of kind of thinking about home, and what has fueled now what you do was cooking. And look what it did for you.
I told you earlier, I love food.
I know she's in here cooking. She's like, I just love food.
I just love food.
I'm just so happy. We're so happy to kind of get to sample some of it today.
Yeah, for sure.
So this is what you will be cooking at the pop-up, right?
Yes, so this is more of the traditional, so not necessarily like a Southern inspired also. I wanted to bring some traditional Filipino dishes into the pop-up so everybody can be aware of it. But this is what I'm making right now is the pancit that we normally serve at any occasion that we have. It's just a noodle dish. It's very simple. It's great because you can add like any vegetable that you want really. Typically there's celery, beans, carrots, cabbage, but it's a nice way to get all of your vegetables in. And you can make it vegetarian.
This
so
feels very hearty but not heavy.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's a light dish, very comforting.
Smells wonderful. What kind of sauce or broth did you put in there? Because I think that's what we're smelling. It smells so delicious.
Well, the first thing I do is I like to saute all of my vegetables to kind of bring out all of their flavors, and then just get a nice like crunch, like still soft but a little crunchy for my vegetables. But so I like to saute that, and then I also add some chicken in there. Like I said, you can make it vegetarian if you want to. So you could. I like to use chicken broth with that. So I do have my chicken in there, so it's just nice and it's kind of melding together, and that's what you're smelling.
Because you're still going to have it kind of crunchy, but cooked. How long do you typically saute it?
Oh, not very long until I see that it's just still has a little crunch. And then I add, so I've been sauteing that. I add some of my broth, just to kind of soften up a little bit. And after I do that, then I can toss. I actually use rice noodles, and the rice noodles I have, you actually cook it for a little bit, like 7 minutes in boiling water until it's al dente, so just like you would a pasta. And then I like to toss that into my sauce and let it kind of melt together and have it
get all the
good flavors in there.
Noodles and everything.
So as soon as I have my broth in there, I like to just toss my rice noodles. It's not wanting to come out right now.
Where do you typically get a lot of your products? Where do you find things fresh that you really enjoy cooking?
Any Asian market, typically, like I'll go for my noodles. I love farmers markets, so I'll go to all the farmers markets because that is one thing that I really love about Kentucky is we have access to such great produce. Around, and I've made friends with a lot of farmers in town. It's so good to see where
do you make certain requests now, like, hey, I'll be back here next Saturday, so if you can bring me X, Y, Z, that would be great.
So it's nice that I know where the food comes from. I know how they treat their animals. It's such a wonderful access to have. And I wish more people would know about that.
Right. And take some pride in it in Kentucky, that's just such a thing. I think sometimes we want to move forward and move up, that we're like, you cannot forget what has gotten us here and what is to be celebrated and what people love and enjoy, which is, agriculture and produce and things like that.
Kentucky proud, 100%.
Yes.
And I'd love to incorporate that to any of the food that I have, with Filipino food, because we have access to a lot of that in the Philippines, so it's so good to move here and have that similar kind of thing around here. So after
looks delicious. You're getting all that sauce in those noodles. That looks yummy.
So it's like a little bit of a stir fry. I like to just let the the stock kind of reduced down. I add a little bit of soy sauce.
I'm gonna switch places and get over here.
Yeah, and
okay.
then over here, I also made for you
Oh,
lumpia. So
lumpia.
This is the reason I have friends.
Okay.
It's like this is the only reason I have friends. But
This is why we invited you
That's
today.
right.
This is it. This is all.
Exactly. But lumpia is a typical Filipino egg roll, but we use just meat. So you actually, it's really fun. So you just kind of make a farce. It's kind of like a little sausage and a little egg roll wrapper.
And just meat in here.
It's just meat in
What
here.
kind of meat in here?
It's beef, all beef in there.
Oh, chef.
And it's always.
I'll save y'all some. Don't worry. really, really.
Don't worry, I brought plenty.
Okay, good.
Yep. And then I typically serve. We serve it with banana
That's so
ketchup.
light again, right? Like
Yes.
it's not overpowering. There's
Yes.
like a ton of meat, and this is
Yep,
really good.
exactly. So, but typically we have it with banana ketchup, which is funny because we said today that tomatoes are made with, or ketchup was made with tomatoes. But in the Philippines, it's actually there's bananas in there, so we
Really?
have a little
That gives it
sweeter.
a neat sweet taste.
Yes, very
Which
sweet.
would be really good with this.
Yes. So either banana
that's so good.
ketchup or like a sweet chili sauce is what we typically. But these are the kind of things that you will find at the pop-up. This
So
next.
while I keep
Wednesday.
eating. You tell everybody about the pop-up. August 16th.
Yep, August 16th from 6 to 9. No reservations needed, so just kind of pop in and yeah, hope to see you guys there. I'm super excited. I'm doing it again with my best friend. We've been cooking, or we've known each other for a long time, and our dads cook together,
Aw.
and now we cook together. So
Aw, that's wonderful. And when you kind of describe the price there, that's because it's kind of an a la carte menu,
Yes,
right?
yep, a
So
la
you
carte
can
menu.
kind of pick and choose, because sometimes when you go to events, you're like stuck with all of it.
yes,
And you may not want all of it.
right,
Okay.
exactly. And I wanted to give everybody an option to pick whatever they want to eat, and just kind of have fun and
Right.
just be casual. It's kind of like you're coming to a Filipino party,
Right.
which is one of my favorite things ever.
And we love too, because I mean, you're introducing that cuisine to us in a. I mean, this is very traditional today, but
Yeah.
you have these different Southern flares where you make it very accessible to us,
Yes.
where we understand and we learn. And I
Yeah.
think that's the beauty about what you do, is that you allow us to ask questions and learn
Yes,
about your
for
culture.
sure.
And
Yeah.
I love that.
And that's all I want to do, is I just want to share my cultures, because I love it so much, and I love sharing. I love sharing things that I love. It just makes me so happy.
Yes.
So I just hope that everybody enjoys it as well.
Okay, let me show this one more time if you guys can see this. I'll put this right over the big camera above us. Look at that, you got. Ooh, and paired with this.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
That's beautiful. Oh, Chef, thank you so much for stopping by. Once again, that Filipino Meets South pop-up dinner happening at the House of Marigold. It is August the 16th from 6 to 9. No reservations needed. A la carte menu. Dishes range from about $12 to $30.